What's up YouTube, Byrdman here with another Destiny 2 build. Today we're going to be covering an awesome Void Titan build using bottom tree, shield bash, I don't know really what you want to call it, shield throw, Captain America build, whatever you want to call it. But before we get in the video, let you know I'm over on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch at Byrdman778. Make sure you're becoming a new member on my channel, as well as subscribing, giving a thumbs up here if you like the Destiny content. Now, let's get right on into it. Now, first and foremost, we got to talk about the fact that we're using bottom tree, the code of the aggressor. Now, typically, you're going to be seeing a lot of people using Void Titan, using the middle tree, the code of the commander. But I have recently found out that the bottom tree mixed with a lot of well mods makes this a very viable build, not only for solo play, but also for group play. Being able to constantly just run around and do a lot of damage while also kind of having that ability to be a protector is really nice. But let's first start off with the shield bash. After spraying for a short time, use this melee ability to unleash a devastating shield bash that disorients enemies and suppresses the target of shield bash. Now, if you don't kill them with the shield bash, this will at least stun them so that you're able to probably get that kill off with them. But this is just really nice for just like an AoE damage. It'll affect all the enemies around the target themselves. So this is just a really good powered melee ability. Now, we're going to go into the superior arsenal. Grenade kills recharge your grenade energy. This mixed with all the well mods that we're going to be having in this build with the grenade well mod, the one that creates wells, essentially is just going to make sure you're going to be able to get that back pretty fast. We're going to go down here to in the trenches. Kills while surrounded by enemies reduce the cooldown of your super. Now, you really want to be in the forefront of everything because of another mod that we have on our helmet, but just know you're going to be able to get your super back pretty constantly with this build. And then finally, second shield. Gain additional shield throw charge while Sentinel shield is active. This mixed with the exotic arms that we're going to be using for this build essentially mean you're going to be able to constantly keep up that shield throw as long as enemies are feeding into you. You're going to be able to keep up your super for a long time as well. So this is an absolute W of a skill tree. Now, let's talk about the weapons that we're using for this build. You guys know me by now. I'm a big fan of the one small step. It's like my favorite shotgun in the game. This is like my baby. The rapid fire frame on it, the auto loading holster ability that I have on it, as well as the 1-2 punch that really helps with the melee that we're going to be doing with this class. Just means you're going to be able to do a lot of damage. We're going to go down into the Imperial Needle. This is a combat bow in your energy slot. You get this from the Season of the Chosen. And this might be one of my favorite weapons, partially because of the fact that it can roll with Wellspring. Wellspring is going to be a really good ability for this build, just for the fact that it reads, kills with this weapon generate ability energy. This energy is divided between your uncharged abilities, meaning that as we're getting kills, and let's say we're kind of stuck on cooldown with our melee and our grenade at the same time, we're going to be able to get some faster energy back as we're getting kills. So as long as you're making sure you're getting bow kills, you're going to be able to get those energy back for those other abilities. But I also have quick draw on it, so if I wanted to swap real fast between it and one small step, I'm able to keep up that fast synergy. And obviously you're going to be noticing everyone in the world using threaded needle right now. Just an amazing linear fusion rifle, very fast fire up time, and it works amazing with particle deconstruction. When it comes to our armor, we are first going to do that helmet that I mentioned. There's certain ability on that, and that is going to be the hands-on. Gain bonus super energy on melee kills. This mix with the exotic arms that we're using means we're constantly keeping up giant chunks of super energy that we're going to be able to then return into just smacking the smack out of people. It's amazing, and I really like it. Power preservation is also amazing. Your super final blows create extra orbs of power for your allies, meaning that we are, again, having that good team synergy with this build. I really like this ability. The fact that you should always, I think, have this on regardless, just for the fact it's just helpful for everybody. And then obviously we're using elemental ordnance so that we're getting those grenade wells from grenade kills. Next, I mentioned the creme de la creme, the coup de grace, I always say, of the build, and that's going to be the Doomfang Pauldron. The Horns of Doom. Void melee kills give super energy while Sentinel shield is active. Melee kills recharge shield throw, which extends your super on hits. This is just amazing. This means we're able to keep up our super for such an obscene amount of time because of not only the skill tree that we're using right now with more shield throws, but the fact that as long as there's enemies on the field, we're going to have a huge super up. There's times where I'm wiping the entire field of battle and I still have a huge chunk of my super left, and I'm kind of like looking around like, what? But this is a really great one all around. Definitely recommend you snagging these arms. Next up on our chest piece, we're going to be running Melee Well Maker with some different concussive dampeners, the different resistances, just to make sure that we're not taking as much damage. Definitely recommend doing that. On our legs, we're going to be using Enduring Wells. Increase the lifespan of elemental wells you create. Now, this is just really nice for the fact that, especially when we are kind of in the thick of it, we chuck a grenade out real quick, hit somebody, we get those well mods out, but we're kind of still stuck behind cover. We can make sure that we can eventually go out and grab those wells to then help out the rest of our energy. It just makes sure that you don't have to immediately sprint to go get them because of the short lifespan that they do have. And finally, on our Titan mark, I always love the battle for wells, making sure that we're getting extra wells whenever we get these kills, and then obviously particle deconstruction. Now, I always like to mention what is an exotic that you could use if for some reason you weren't being able to get the Doom Fangs. What is something that would really synergize well with this build? And I always think the Heart of INMOST Light's a really good one. Using an ability, Grenade, Melee, or Barricade powers the other two abilities. Powered means abilities have faster regen. Melees and grenades do more damage, and the barricades are able to take more hits. This will be just really great all around, just because, again, you're going to be able to keep up the same synergies, use the same well mods and stuff. You're just going to get kind of a boost to those. Mainly, that'll probably benefit your grenade the most, just because the shield bash really does a good amount of damage to most targets, regardless of what they are. If it's a yellow bar, obviously you're probably not going to one-tap it, but anything below that more than likely is going to get one-tapped. But this would be a pretty solid one to use as well. Thanks so much for stopping by this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been a build that I've been kind of working on for a while. I've just been trying to figure out the best synergies, what exactly I need to use to it, and this feels like kind of the great thing to use. This is something that I really want to try to use in some GMs and Master Nightfalls, see how it works well enough, but at least for now, I'm pretty satisfied with this. And if you are satisfied, make sure you're, again, becoming a member on the channel, subscribing, giving a thumbs up on this video. I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you're checking out my Twitch channel as well at twitch.tv/Byrdman778. Find me on Twitter, twitter.com/Byrdman778, and then here on YouTube, youtube.com/Byrdman778. I hope you all have a great night, day, or whatever it may be.